When to file ISF for women's parkas. Welcome back to our channel, where we discuss all things related to customs brokerage and international trade. In today's video, we will be talking about when to file an importer security filing, ISF, for women's parkas. Before we dive into the specific details of filing an ISF for women's parkas, let's first understand what an importer security filing, ISF, is. The ISF is a requirement implemented by the U.S. Customs and Border Protection, CBP, to enhance the security of cargo entering into the United States. It requires importers or their agents to provide specific information about the cargo before it arrives at a U.S. port. The purpose of the importer security filing, ISF, is to allow the CBP to assess potential security risks associated with imported cargo. By receiving this information in advance, the CBP can identify any potential threats, ensuring the safety of goods and people entering the country. When it comes to women's parkas, there are specific scenarios that determine when an ISF filing is required. Let's go through these scenarios now. If the women's parkas you are importing are coming from a country that is not exempt from filing ISF, you will need to file an importer security filing. Non-exempt countries include countries outside of the European Union and countries that are not part of the Participating Government Agency, PGA, pilot program. Another scenario that requires filing an ISF is when the value of the women's parkas you are importing is above $2,500. The value of the goods includes the cost of the parkas, the value of any assists, and the transportation charges to the port of unloading. If the women's parkas you are importing are subject to the regulations of other federal agencies, you will be required to file an importer security filing, ISF. For example, if the parkas are made from a material regulated by the Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, filing an ISF would be mandatory. If you are sending women's parkas to a foreign trade zone, FTZ, before they are released into the United States, you will need to file an ISF. This is because the cargo is still technically in transit and hasn't been admitted into the country yet. So, as we have discussed, filing an importer security filing, ISF, for women's parkas is necessary under certain circumstances. Whether the parkas are imported from a non-exempt country, have a value above $2,500, are subject to other federal agencies' regulations, or are being sent to a foreign trade zone, filing an ISF ensures compliance and smooth clearance of goods through U.S. Customs. We hope you found this video helpful in understanding when to file an ISF for women's parkas. If you have any further questions or need assistance with customs brokerage services, feel free to reach out to our team at Customs Broker. Stay tuned for more informative videos to come. Disclaimer note below. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.